Welcome back to Lecom Park. Mitch Keller making his final spring start today, and Paul Skenes made his final spring start last night. Paul, first and foremost, when you look back at your final start of spring, what can you take away from it?
Yeah, feeling good. Felt good about the execution of pretty much everything. So, yeah, in a good spot going into the season.
You had talked about working a lot more maybe on the breaking stuff yesterday. I know people had seen the velo and then started to panic. You calmed everybody after that one. What was your intention with that going in?
I didn't throw a whole lot of spin in the WBC, so, spring training, you got to work on stuff, so just wanted to work on it.
How did that affect how you approached spring? Did it make you feel different at all throughout the process?
Yeah, not now. Definitely different going in. Only had one spring training start before. Had to throw a sim game before that. So it was just different. But looking back, I think we handled it pretty well.
You were announced again for the second year row as the Pittsburgh Pirates opening day starter. I know that it may not have come as a surprise to you, as it's very deserving, but does the value of what that means ever fade?
Yeah, it's certainly cool. Getting to set the tone for the season, I think that's the biggest thing. Just going out there and putting us in a position to start the year off 1-0. That's exciting.
What excites you the most about that matchup against the Mets and it being a premier day and everybody's going to be tuned in watching to see what you can do against their bigs?
Yeah, it'll be fun. Start off big.
Paul, you were somebody who did, like you mentioned, got to experience the World Baseball Classic. I know it has left a sour taste in your mouth, but when you look back at that experience and how much you were looking forward to wearing USA across your chest, what did that mean?
Yeah, it means everything. Obviously, wish we could have finished the job, but getting to share a clubhouse with everybody, getting to wear USA, that's something that I'll never forget, and I'll never, become numb to if I have the opportunity to do it again. Just an unbelievable experience.
Someone you mentioned getting to share the clubhouse with, Clayton Kershaw, was standing in the dugout with you. You both had this viral, huge reaction after that semifinal win. We don't usually see that much reaction and emotion out of you. What did it mean to finally get to have that experience and do it next to somebody you grew up watching?
Yeah, I haven't seen this yet, so I'm watching it with everybody here. Yeah, that's a little different. I haven't seen that out of me.
Why? Why do you think that was the moment that was coming out of you?
It was a close game, and coming out in the fifth is not how you want to do it. It's just tough with having a tournament like that this early when the pitch count's so low. So much of the game was out of my hands, when it was quote unquote my game. And so to watch us be able to finish the job, that was I think that's what that reaction's from.
What do you think you'll remember about that moment now that you've been able to actually see what everybody else has been seeing?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm sure everybody else will remember the reaction, but that was just a really well-played game all around. Just a good baseball game, and great to come out on top.
Motivated to get back there and have to do it again?
Yeah, we're going to do it again. Yeah, it's not a motivation question. I'm ready to go.
Well, I know Pirates fans are also ready to see you do what you did on the world stage in a Pirates uniform now. How ready are you to put on that Pirates P and step on the field?
Yeah, I've been ready since the last out of last season. It's great that it's finally coming to that point.
What can you encourage Pirate fans to do? All we've heard about from guys that coming back from the WBC, I know that environment is hard to replicate, but if you want that in PNC Park, what can you encourage fans to bring?
Just be Pirates fans. If we're winning, come to the park and support us. If we're losing, I don't expect you to come to the park. So, but I think there's going to be a lot of people that are coming to the park with big energy this year. I think it'll be fun, and it'll happen organically. So, Pirates fans, just be you.
there's still decisions that need to be made here today about this finalization of the pitching staff and the roster moves and things like that. And we'll hear from some guys later in the broadcast who are in charge of those decisions. But what excites you most about the group that you guys could be bringing opening day with the pitching rotation and the guys in the bullpen? What have you seen more than anything be the difference this spring?
Well, we got a lot of talent. We have a lot of really good pitchers on the staff. We have a lot of buy-in to the culture that we're trying to create, what we're working to do every day. Everybody's pushing in the same direction. So we've been doing it for a month and a half now at spring training, and it's time to go do it for 162 in the regular season.
What do you like about the mix of a lot of these young guys who we heard Billy Cook and Nick York are going to making the roster in an opening day major league team for the first time in their careers? The mix of that with some veteran presence as well, guys who have been here, done that.
Yeah, I think we got a good mix, and there's a certain type of person that we have, the young guy who's breaking with the team, and even the young guys that aren't. They're hungry. They want to win. They do stuff the right way. So they've done a really good job putting the roster together. And so and so much of it is out of our hands as players, and we're finally seeing the fruits of that, and seeing the roster take shape. It's pretty cool to see. Just the type of person that we have on the team.
You had mentioned young talent. Did you get a chance to look at any of the highlights or watch the breakout game the other night?
Yeah, I watched the first couple innings and I went to sleep. But yeah, I saw Seth pitch. I saw Xander pitch. Saw Tony Blanco, I think, hit a grand slam. Saw that. Some of the highlights. But yeah, it's the future's bright here.
What did you make of Max Clark's reaction to that 102, and what was your reaction to it?
So yeah, when I was watching it didn't have the velo on the board, so on the broadcast, so or I didn't catch it. So I figured it must have been hard. I've never seen a reaction like that from a hitter, so yeah, I don't know. You're going to be seeing a lot of that from Seth.
Is that on your bucket list now, to get a reaction from a hitter like that?
I think we're past that a little bit. Most guys in the league have faced me, and the guys that don't, I think, know what they're stepping in against. Yeah, it's pretty funny.
I think that's what everybody back home was feeling as well. But what impressed you most about Seth when he goes from 102 to that changeup that we saw?
Yeah, that changeup's gross. Yeah, just his demeanor, his poise. I think that was his second spring training outing, first outing. I mean, spring training isn't pro ball necessarily, but is basically his first professional outing, and just unbelievable poise and demeanor.